So this is our first summer art camp kit for the summer camp held by Webster Arts. Every child is receiving a kit. In this kit, for the What Is It, you receive color pencils and pieces of paper that are labeled What Is It at four different levels. So there's level 1 up to level 4. So to get started, some art terms that we're going to be talking about are line and shape. So part of this drawing exercise is learning how to create different kinds of lines. In addition to your packet and the colored pencils, you might also need a pencil sharpener, if you have it, and an eraser, maybe a pen if you have it, and maybe just a regular pencil for drawing first, and then also some extra sheets of paper. So let's talk about the kinds of lines. We talk about straight lines. Let's draw with a colorful piece of paper. Straight lines, wavy lines, and we can just practice the different kinds of lines. We have dotted lines, and then we have dashes. Just explore different kinds of lines that you can make. There's also diagonal lines, and then there's zigzag lines. So all these different kinds of lines, kind of fun to experiment with some different things. You can go really curly. You just can keep making different kinds. So let's talk about shapes. So basic shapes, rectangle, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. Basically, you're using the lines to create the shapes. Triangle, it's kind of messy. Circle, diamond shape, and you can do much more. You can do heart shape, but basically to create these shapes you need to use the different kinds of lines that we talked about to make each shape. Okay, so let's talk about these level 1 instructions. So for beginning level 1, level of difficulty, pretty basic, we can just do either an abstract or a realistic drawing. So if we were to do an abstract drawing, we might want to take a cue from Kandinsky. And just kind of color things in. This is my completed abstract drawing. So we have a reference in this video and on your instructions about Kandinsky. But you can see all the different kinds of shapes and the different kinds of lines that I did. Here's a dotted line, here's a heart shape. So fill it in, color it in, just make an abstract drawing. And if you feel like this one didn't work out so well, good news is you can always move on and start on another one. So here we start with the triangle shape for level 1. So that is my abstract example, and I encourage you to just make as many lines as you want, fill in the shapes. I could probably keep going, in fact, because I am a perfectionist, but you don't have to be. Did a diagonal shape here. I also like to go over my lines with another color to emphasize it. All right, abstract drawing. Ta-da! Okay, welcome back. This is the What Is It drawing exercise for the Webster Arts summer camp. You in this kit are provided colored pencils and the What Is It drawing pages, and there are 4 levels. So before I did my abstract drawing, now we're going to talk about what realistic drawings look like. So basically the idea is you need lines and shapes to make an image that is abstract, and you need lines and shapes to make an image that is realistic, meaning that it is recognizable. So this is a level 4, but you can do a realistic drawing on a lower level sheet if you want. And I'm just going to wing it and try to do a landscape or a seascape scene, just because I thought this already kind of looks like some waves and maybe some clouds, but I want to have a boat that looks like it's about to go off the edge of this wave. Okay, welcome back. So I spent some time, sorry the video cut out before, but I spent some time finishing my realistic drawing. So I made my boat here on the edge, created lots of motion lines. I also looked up an image of a whale to draw from that, freehand draw from that picture. And I drew an orca whale because I wanted to put some kind of marine life in there. Another thing that I did, because I didn't like how my clouds looked, you can see I made a line that was way too thick. So that's not a huge worry, because I was able to, if you have some kid-safe scissors and some blank pieces of paper, what I did is I just folded this over and I cut out the shape of the cloud, and then I used a glue stick, if you have one, and I just glued the pieces of paper on there and colored it in the way I liked it. And I like that look a lot. So don't feel like you're ever going to ruin a drawing. You can be creative, and in my case I just pasted on paper clouds that I liked. Another thing I want to show you to finish the drawing is how to make birds in a landscape. So there's basically just 2 marks you make that are really easy. This, and then this, this, and then this. I wanted to make it look like birds were flying in the sky. So this looks like a more realistic sky. as well as a body of water. And so I could probably add a little bit more, just have like a flock of birds flying over. Something that I wanted to encourage you is to keep working on your drawings. Again, in this What Is It lesson, we were able to do an example using line and shape, making an example of an abstract drawing and a more realistic one. If you want and if you can, take a photograph of your drawing and you can post it. We have a Facebook page, Webster Arts. We also have an Instagram at Webster Art 63119. So we'd love to see what you come up with and love to see your drawings and how you've used our colored pencils in your kit and what you made from the What Is It drawing prompts. So hope you enjoyed.